PG exam, and I know you are extremely tensed now, hurriedly going through your last minute revision. So here I am today to give you few last minute golden tips for your NEET PG exam, which will help you to get a very good rank. So don't worry, students, I'm not going to take much time of yours today by asking you to have a good sleep before exam or good food before exam, because these are the basic things which I know you are already knowing. Rather, I'm going to give you some smart and solid strategy for your exam, which will help you to gear up your rank. So watch the video till the end, students. This is going to be very, very important, right? So the first thing I would like to emphasize on is the time management. So why this is very important, students, this time? Because all of you are knowing there are 200 questions which needs to be done within 2 10 minutes. But what's new this time is the something called time bound section. So those who are still unaware regarding the new pattern of NEET PG, please go through the video which I've already uploaded on the new pattern. So the link is given in the description box. So I won't be detailing the time bomb section much today. Rather, I'll be focusing on how you are going to utilize this, or how you are going to act smartly on this time bomb section. So 200 questions to 10 minutes, but you are having 42 minutes for 40 MCQs per section, right? So, how you are going to attend this 42, how you are going to do this 40 questions within 42 minutes? So basically, you will be thinking that you have to complete each of the questions within 1 to 1.1 minute, but that's not the fact. In reality, you have to solve each of the MCQs within the target should be 50 to 55 seconds. Why, students? So it's, you are not a robot. I know it's not possible always to solve all the MCQs within 50 to 55 seconds. Few will be the MCQs which you are already knowing, so you'll be doing it quickly. Maybe you can get it done by 40 seconds, and few will be the MCQs where you'll be stuck, so that might take a bit more than 1 minute as well. But the average is 50 to 55 seconds, or rather to say, if you are completing each of the all MCQs within 55 seconds each, then you will be completing all the 40 questions by 37 minutes, right? So this is very important, 37 minutes. Why? Then you will be having 5 minutes for revision. And why? Because the questions which you were not very sure of, which you have marked for review before, so these questions you are rapidly going to go through in this 5 minutes. And why this is so very important this time? Because if you are already moving on to the next section, students, you won't be able to come back. So what is done in this particular section is done forever. So this 5 minutes is so very important. Right now you get my point. So this is the way you should manage your time during exam, right? So the next thing is, you need to mark the number of correct response. So you might be wondering how to do this. So don't worry. Generally, you are provided with a white sheet, okay, with either a pen or a pencil. So if you are provided with a white sheet, it's better to keep on marking the number of correct responses which you feel, or which you are confident enough that you have marked it right. Why? Because smarter students do this way only. If you are marking them, then during the exam, you'll be having a feel that yes, I am already in the competition, and that will keep your energy level up, which is very important in the time of exam. You cannot get demotivated at all. So how you are going to mark, students? So whenever you are going through any section, so do like this: only mark the number of correct response which you are very sure about. Okay, so how you are going to do this: 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm not asking you to mark how many responses you are doing, because I know all of you are going to the exam hall with a target mindset of somewhere around 180 to 185 questions to attempt, right? And those who still want to know how many questions you should be attempting, so I have already uploaded a separate video on that. Description is given, link is given in the description box, so you can go through that if time permits now. Okay, and if not, it's okay. If you are going with a mindset with attempting 180 to 185 questions, so be sure how many questions you are attempting correct, because the number of correct response should be at least 150. Okay, and if it's 165, then it's very good. So 165 is at the higher end, which I know is very difficult, but it should be at least 150. It shouldn't be below 150, because if you're getting marking 150 to 165 correct response, nobody can stop you from getting the dream subject of your choice. So this is something, this is the target thing which you should be already having. So how you are going to know that how you have already achieved your target, that you have already marked 150 correct responses? So like this, so suppose you have marked 5, 1 correct. So do like this: 2 correct, 3, 4, and the fifth one. So you're going on doing this, you will be at the end, you will be able to count 5 plus 5, 10 correct done, 14, right? So this way, don't write it like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. Not going to help you. Okay, if you're doing this, is a very easy method, and a very, this has been being used from before, like, right? So if you are using this method, I feel this is a smarter approach, and you should definitely do this at the time of exam, so that will keep you energetic, right? So now moving on to the third strategy, that is think but do not overthink at the time of exam. So by that, what do I mean? So I'm asking you to, when you are stuck in a question, try to think, okay, that what could have been the option, what could have been the correct option, what you have read, try to recollect things, okay? But do not overthink. Why? Because, always students, it has been seen in 90% cases that always the first thing which hits your mind is the correct one. Okay, and when you are going on overthinking that is it A or C, you are going, suppose first thing which hit your brain was option A, but at times it happens that you had marked it option A, but you were in doubt, so you had marked it for you kept it for review, and in that 5 minutes, which I already told you, so in that 5 minutes when you were coming back, that time you again go on overthinking that A or C, and at times when you were clueless, you often play also inky pinky ponky. So that's not going to help you. And if you're marking it as option C again, okay, then most of the times it seems this is a wrong thing. So that's why I'm always asking you that whatever comes in your mind at the beginning, please mark that. Good, you have kept it for review, please do review, but do not go on overthinking, do not make it a khichdi. Okay, so this is something which I call that think but do not overthink, right? So this is if you're following this thing, that will again help you. And the fourth thing is, please read the question word to word very thoroughly. Do not miss any words, because very lots of tricky questions are asked. You won't be even knowing that what was actually asked. You'll just go and jump onto the answer without reading the entire question. And yes, of course, have a special focus on these words, except not. Okay, so if you are very calm enough in the exam, then only you will be able to read the question thoroughly, word to word, line by line, right? So this is something very very important. And last but not the least, yes, you definitely need to have a good sleep, which I already promised you. Yes, I won't be saying, but yes, I am asking you to have a good sleep before the day of exam. And yes, please don't enter the exam hall empty stomach, because you won't be able to recollect things whatever you have read the entire year. So that is very important. And one last thing is, please reach the exam hall before time. Mind you, I'm not asking you to reach exam hall on time, I'm asking you to reach the exam hall before time, because that is going to help you to reduce your anxiety, your stress level, because you need to get accustomed to the ambience. Okay, and if you are reaching before and you are already entering the room and sitting on the like before the screen much before the exam starts, then you will, you'll be a bit relaxed, and that is very very important for your exam. So wish you all the very best, student. I'm very sure you will fare well in the exam. So yes, best of luck for the exam, and yes, we'll be meeting soon again. And if you are having any doubts in your mind, any confusion you need to clear up, so please do let me know in the comment box. I'll be happy to help you. And yes, please do one favor to me by subscribing my channel. So thank you for watching the video. We'll be meeting soon again. Bye bye.